Go ahead.
So my Native American artist is Kateri Matonis. Their Instagram handle or social media handle is April_. So they mostly do digital artwork. As I said, they're also known as April online. They're self-taught. Most of their work is digital. They do a little dabbling in amateur writing. So here's a photo of one of their drawings. I think this one was done maybe a couple of weeks ago. And so their history, Kateri was born in Maryland, USA on April 9th, 2003. They are from Cheyenne River Sioux tribe. If it really matters, they're also, I think, I'm trying to remember what it was. Not Leontay, maybe not. Random words. But in a personal interview with Kateri, they did share that they weren't raised in their culture, so a lot of their artworks doesn't really reflect their culture. So moving on, some of their backgrounds in art. As a kid, they were very creative. They were interested in just dabbling with all sorts of stuff. In 4th grade, their art class really took off, or I guess really helped them take off. They did a little bit of clay, some painting, metalworking, as stated by the twins. And through the years, they eventually landed on traditional sketching, which you'll see most of their work that I have in here as. And in 2020, they really started dabbling in digital art. So some of their inspirations, most of their early work was anime. Most of their themes were kind of classic stuff, like, I guess, Angel Demons, like down there, some little bit of romance, stuff like that. And as for their amateur writing, they plan to use their love for stories to create ideas for various comics and webtoons, things like that. They don't have any major works, but they're currently in the works of dabbling and stuff like that, as stated by Ms. Matonis. And so here's some of here's another photo of their art, the only finished art piece. But COVID-19 definitely did impact us all. As for Kateri, during the time that they were home, it gave them a lot of time to really dabble in their artwork. And so, yeah, so here's some of their work. During this time, their art also did start to really take on a realistic art style, less anime, better proportions. Let's see. And during this time, they also began an emotional series of digital artwork called The Darkest Hour, which we get to see a little bit down the line. Here's some more of their artwork. Most of these were made, I think, mostly 2022. Yeah. So, The Darkest Hour. The Darkest Hour were a series of art pieces that Kateri describes as glimpses into their mind. So most of these pieces are chaotic and a little monstrous in style, as you can see. I can linger a little if you guys would like to look at that one. And so here's some of their other artworks. I don't know what the second one is. I think it's just kind of a bunch of stuff jumbled together. And so, moving on, some of their storyboard artwork. So in the future, as stated before, Kateri plans to compile a series of pieces of artwork to form comics. They have a few pieces in the work. One of their main story ideas follows two detectives traversing through an unfamiliar culture and people to hunt a killer. So some concept art at the top there, some character designs for the people, which they've called Fenneco people. There's like captains, things like that. And then down there is the two detectives. One of their faces is kind of blurred out, I guess. That sucks. And then here's some more of their storyboard artwork. Some characters. Don't really have names for anything. And then closing. One thing that Kateri wanted to, I guess, state as part of their major, which I probably should have.